Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Plan With Me using pretty much the Planner Perfect scripting method. Georgia sees something, so she's having to bark. I don't know what her deal is, so if she's barking, that is what's going on. She's being crazy. So let me start by saying that if you're not a subscriber of the channel, please make sure that you go and subscribe. As you guys know, that this channel is not about one thing, it's about everything. I do planning here, I do some crochet videos, I do just some craziness of what's going on in life. I share pretty wine glasses. This is one I'll talk about in a second. But I love this channel so much. I love the people that I've been able to connect with. A lot of people on my channel are still friends that I met when I started out with YouTube. And these people are still great. And I just love being able to do different things here on the channel now. So if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, or you may be a watcher and you say, well, I don't care about planning videos, but you may like the crochet videos. And you can, you know, be alerted when I do a crochet video. Or you may not like either of those and you may say, well, I just want to hear your craziness, and you can be alerted to the craziness. So just make sure you subscribe. Lots of things here on this channel. So let's get started. So I am having wine. So if you guys are going to sit down while I plan, go grab yourself some wine, some tea, a Diet Coke, some water, whatever your preference is. I'm going to show y'all my pretty wine glass. I got this from the Biltmore in Asheville, North Carolina. If you've never been there, it is something to see. I've been there a couple of times. Hubby B and I went in November, the Christmas lights, going with some friends. They had never been at Christmas. So it's a really fun time. This is not Biltmore wine in here. I do have some Biltmore wine that I really like. The one I have in there is 18% alcohol, and y'all do not want me drinking that. This is just my Old Faithful black box cab. So I'm going to take a sip. Oh, it's so good. It's a cheap wine, but it's black box cab. Let me write that down. A black box wine. And this is the Cabernet, and it's so good. You can buy a box of it for like $18 or something like that at the local Walmart, and it's so good. It's too good. It's too good. I can just sit down at night while I'm crocheting, watch some TV, have a couple glasses, and it's a beautiful day. So anyway, we're going to get started. Now this is I think this is going to be the last week that I use my makeshift little book here, because let me show y'all what I got. I got my March sub box from Planner Perfect, and y'all, it is so beautiful. I mean, the quality of this, it's thick paper. And look at the back of it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Designs by Planner Perfect. If you're a planner person, you probably know about this. It's funny because I'm a planner person, and I didn't know about this until probably, I'd say maybe the 1st of January. And I've been just absorbing all the videos. And Jenny Penton, the owner and the designer of all this is all of her artwork. She is just such a sweet person, or she seems that way. Also, when you subscribe to the monthly boxes, you get these tip-ins. Look how cute they are. I can't wait to use them. And then you get some stickers. Now, I got the monthly box. There's a monthly calendar, there's a journal, or you can get both of them. And I don't need a journal. I'm not a huge journaler. I'm going to show you guys what I do instead. But you get the stickers, the tip-ins, and the book. And if you have someone that has a code, you can get some money, you can get some savings. I don't have a code from Planner Perfect. I would love to have a code from Planner Perfect. If they want to give me a code, I will take it. But like I said, this is my last month to use this, and I made this myself. And I find it very cute. It's just a little book that I had, and I kind of just designed it and the way that I wanted it. So we're going to get right in, and I'm really new to the scripting method. I didn't know anything about the scripting method until I found Planner Perfect and Jenny. And how I found her was I had bought a couple of these here from Chic Sparrow, and this I did not buy. This was a trade, and y'all, I love it so much. I believe this is a Mayflower. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I've already scratched it up because I throw it in my purse, but I'm okay with that because it gives it character. But I started using this. This is my faithful one. You guys know about this. You've heard me talk about it. This is my one from Passionate Penny Pincher. And these videos tend to get a little long, y'all, and I do apologize because I just love sitting here and hanging out with y'all. But anyway, I found Planner Perfect when I was doing some other stuff with my planner over here. So that's how I found this. And it took me a while to kind of figure out the scripting method and what she was really talking about. And y'all, I watched videos after videos after videos after videos till I got to the point where I was like, I don't know what this is. And so I just sat down one day, watched the video without just listening to it. I actually watched it. And it seems to me like what she does is Jenny being, okay, so she has her calendar. And this is my calendar for February. And she kind of just jots down. Now, this here is a little different, the Planner Perfect, because you get, let me show you. You get the month, and then you get the weeklies. So, and then you have pages to fill in. And that kind of intimidated me a little bit because I'm like, well, if I write it on the weeklies, what am I going to have to write down on the planning pages? So I kind of watched, and I just realized I can really write down whatever I want. I mean, I've seen people write down, you know, gratitude, and, you know, I saw one lady wrote down, you know, writes, good morning, beautiful, or, you know, all kinds of things. So I've kind of figured it out. It's pretty much how you want to live your life and spend your day. So, like, this is next week coming up. Now, I was supposed to go out of town this weekend with my niece, and she was sick. So that got canceled. So I'm going into my next week, and you can see right now, it's really not that busy. Like, my brother's birthday is one day. He lives in South Carolina. I live in Georgia. So it's not like a party, but I love my brother. I want to remember it. My nephew's having a play these 2 nights. So I love my nephew so much. I want to make sure that I go see him in this play. And then we're getting a new floor in, and then we get paid. Payday is always huge. So I have this written down here. But what I do over here on my planning pages is I go over and I write down more things. Like, this was originally supposed to be a volleyball game. So I just kind of fill this in with other things that happen. Let me show you last week. And I know this is supposed to be planning, but I want to show you guys kind of how I have decided to use this. So it started off kind of like this. This is how it started off. So I put my checklist over here, and scripting your life is not really about checklists, but I'm a checklist person. And even though my days are pretty much the same thing every day of the week, I still like having my checklist, because if you'll see over here, I've got, you know, take half of my vitamins. You do not know how many times I'm sitting at my desk working and say, oh man, I forgot to take half my vitamins. Or, you know, I'll look at it and say, oh, I forgot to make the bed or something like that. And you want to try to get into a routine, but, you know, I forget because I have so many other things going on in my mind. I just forget it. So how I started using my scripting method is not how it is right now. And I know it'll probably change when I move to the book, but I just kind of started out. Let me see if I've got one. Okay. So I just started out with putting my checklist down over here on this side, on the left-hand side. And then some other things, you know, like I have team meetings every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I would jot those down. And then I would have, you know, like my lunch and midday over here. And then at dinner, and then at night, I would put things over here. Well, then I realized I didn't need this much space. So what I started doing is, let me move on to this week, to last week, to show you guys what I did. So I just had this side as my checklist, what's happening throughout the day. And then I moved my nighttime over here. Like I said, my day is pretty routine, with the exception of a few things thrown in here and there. So I saved this part down here for other things that I wanted to do. Like, I'm calling this my daily thoughts or daily doodles or whatever I'm calling it these days. But some things that I needed to remind myself to do that I didn't want to get jumbled in here. So this is kind of what I'm doing now. Like I wanted to order this. I saw a video on this cleansing balm, so I wanted to write it down so I could go and take a look at it. You know, do I have my video prepared? This was stuck in on another page, but this is the stuff that I would write here. Like I was watching Allie Stuckey and she was talking about Cozy Earth, and I wanted to go over and check out, you know, Cozy Earth. So I put myself a note in here so I can go back and check them out. She even has a code if you wanted to buy something. So you can kind of see, like, my day, you know, certain days, they're not really that busy. But, you know, I can make sure that, you know, like Tuesday was Valentine's Day. We were going to go out to dinner that night. So normally I'd get up and get dressed, but I didn't because I was going to get dressed later in the day. So I marked that off, and then I wrote why. Because I don't want to get in the habit of not getting dressed throughout the day. And I do have a tendency to do that. So, and then I kind of wrote down, you know, what happened the rest of the day over here. I noticed I have lash extensions and I have a few lashes falling out. And I wanted to make sure I wrote that down so I could let my lash girl know and when it happened. My sister sent me some money for my niece for the volleyball. So I wrote that down, you know, what day she gave it to me. And then hubby B gave me a Reese cup for Valentine's Day, and it hurt my stomach. That's the first one I've had in weeks, months maybe, and it hurt my stomach. So this is kind of how I'm using mine right now. Like I said, you know, some days are going to be different from others, and I love being able to write down my day and what happened. And you can see over here, you know, I did do the mirrors. I do remember that. I didn't I didn't check it off, so that means I did not do it. Like, I did not wash my face, and I did not check my lashes, and I didn't take the rest of my vitamins. So, you know, we bought a pot, you know, and I emailed the lady send me an invoice about the pot, and, you know, I crochet. I mean, just all kinds of things I'm writing down in here, because I would have sticky notes everywhere, or I would try to put notes on my phone, and then I would lose the notes. So this is kind of how this is working for me right now. But as I move into the other one, it'll probably change. I had some stuff that I wanted to buy from Tarte, so I wrote that down. So hopefully, you know, I'll get better and this won't look so messy. I have a toner color over here I want to use. So this is how I'm using mine right now. When I fill it in, it's not very full, and that was a biggie for me. It's like, man, the pages aren't full, and am I going to do this? Am I going to benefit from this? But right now, I really am. The daily part down here at the bottom, right here, the daily thoughts and doodles, if I read a quote or, you know, something that makes me happy, that's where it's going to go. So anyway, let's get into planning, what we're here for. We're 13 minutes in, and I haven't talked anything about planning. So right now I'm filming this video on Saturday, but it's starting for Sunday. So Sunday is always church, you know, unless something happens, and then come home and rest and get ready for the week. Sundays are just kind of, you know, our downtime day. So that's kind of what we use Sunday for. So now we're over here at Saturday. Like I said, I was supposed to be out of town. So getting to go to church tomorrow is huge for me. I love my church so much. So I'm really excited that I'll get to go to church. But like over here, Hubby B's playing games tonight. I was supposed to have my dog sitter come, but since I'm here and he's gone, but I still want to pay her, because, you know, I took up her schedule. So I'm going to put that in there and make sure that I do it. Need to plan my week, you know, my plan with me for this week. And I cooked spaghetti last night, or today, for tomorrow. So this is kind of what I've done today. And I love writing it down and, you know, putting it out. If Jenny were doing this, she would probably write cook spaghetti for Sunday for my lovely family or something like that. Because I love the way she does hers, and I'm hoping to get to that point one day. I think when I move into the other book and I have the weekly like this, and I can write it down, and then I can move over to the pages, I think it'll open up a lot more opportunities for me. All right. And then this is a gold card that will come out, should come out of my check today. This right here has been one of my favorite things, is putting my bill pays on the bottom of the pages. Because even if I don't have a lot of stuff going on, I know this, and, you know, I always have this, and, you know, we have so much coming out of my check. Like, all of my TV stuff, it seems they come out, you know, one day's Netflix, one day's Amazon, one day's folio, one day's this, one day that. So I like to write it down. And since I'm budgeting, I want to know where my money's going. All right, so there's tomorrow. So we're going to get into the week. Now, I did this all the way through my planning, and I don't really like that. If you guys watch Jenny's videos, she does hers so differently, and I'm going to try that in the next book. So this is Monday, and one of the things I started doing for this week is, of course, I've got my typical checklist, and you can see I was using, let me show you all these little crazy things. I was using these stickers I had in my, some of my sticker books, and they're okay, but I like these little check boxes. And so I just drew those, and y'all know I can't draw. So I drew those, and I'll just make sure that I check them off. Getting up at 5:30, all of these you'll see every day. Every day it's the same thing. And like I said in the beginning of the video, you would be surprised at how many times I'm sitting at my desk, forgot to wash my face, forgot to curl my lashes. And it's because I get up in the morning, and usually I start flipping laundry and I forget something. Or we've got to take the trash, so I forget, and then I get caught up in work, and then I have forgotten something. Another thing that I started doing this week is just throwing a little affirmation here at the top of the page, because normally this sits at my desk, or it sits by me when I'm crocheting, and then I pick it up and I bring it to my office. So this is, I'll open up to this page. I have my pretty little bookmark here that I'll, you know, put in here, and then it'll be sitting open to this page when I come to work. So I want to let myself know that I've got this. You know, Mondays are a heck of a day at work, which is why I chose that one. I may not do that every day or every planning session, but I really like that. So I have those down. This will be, you know, I have a standing meeting. This is Monday. It's a standing team meeting. I'll leave a little space if anything, you know, comes of that I need to do, and then I'll put lunch here. And then over here will be anything, you know, that happens throughout the day that I may need to do. You know, if on my, in my other planner that I use for my cleaning, okay, so this is going to be clean the mirrors. Dust light fixtures and fans. Okay. Okay, and vacuum. I'm getting ready to get rid of one more room of carpets. I'll only have one bedroom that has carpet. And then what dinner's going to be is a good old faithful hamburger helper. We love some hamburger helper up in this house. Then here's a payment that's due, and then here's my daily thoughts and doodles. So this would be, you know, if anything happens, if for some reason I don't get to clean the mirrors, I don't get to dust the light fixtures, I'm going to put it on a sticky note and move it to another page. So instead of like crossing it out and trying to, you know, I'll just do a line through it, and I'll put it on a sticky, and then I'll move it to another day when I can get to it. So this is pretty much Monday. Looks, you know, pretty boring for right now. Let's move on to Tuesday. I have another little sticker here. I have my normal checklist. We'll write down work and then lunch here. Y'all, I want to tell y'all about these pens. This is a Writech, and it's a rollerball pen, 0.5 millimeter. I think this is my favorite pen. I like these for doodling and making things, these little paper mate pens. And I like these Ink Joy But I think these right here, these Writechs, are my favorite. I bought some 0.7s, and I like these so much better. I think everybody says get Lamy. I think I'm saying that right, but I love these pens. These are, I think, my favorite. All right, so we've got Tuesday over here, so we're going to clean out the fridge. And my fridge is not that bad because we kind of clean it out as we go. Take out the trash. And this is not my house trash, like my kitchen. This is in my baths and office. That's what this is for. And we want to clean the microwave out. And again, if I can't get to one of those, I'll put it on a sticky and move it to another day. So there's, and you know, I tell y'all this every video, and I want to say it again for anybody that may be new here. One time I was telling my sister about this, and she's like, oh, you need a checklist to do this. I like having the checklist because then I'm not overwhelmed with housework. Like some people use the weekends to do all their housework. I don't do that. I want to have my weekends free to do whatever I want, whether it be sit down and crochet and drink wine, or, you know, if hubby B and I want to go to the movies. I don't want housework looming over me, which is why I put it on a checklist. I get it done throughout the week. If this is kind of what I've made the standard, you know, cleaning out the fridge, cleaning the microwave, you know, taking out the trash, bathrooms and all that. That's kind of what I've made. You know, a lot of people say, well, like we have these friends and he takes down all of his globes and stuff and washes them. And I don't do that. But if it got to the point where I wanted to do, it would definitely go on a checklist. All right, we'll keep it going. So Wednesday is my brother's birthday. So I want to make sure, you know, that I have this up here. There's my affirmation, my normal checklist over here. The dreaded laundry. I just moved laundry up here because that's every blooming day. And I like the sticker. So Wednesday, we have work, which is a standard meeting. And then we have lunch. And then over here, this would be, you know, like any evening things, which usually all of my cleaning and everything is done in the evenings when I get off work. So this is clean bathroom. Or if I don't have lunch, if for some reason, you know, I ate like a late breakfast or something, I would just do it then. And these are my hand towels. These are not towels that we dry off with. And then I'm going to add dust furniture here. I wasn't going to do dust furniture because we're going to have some guys in doing flooring. I'm definitely not mopping. Normally I would have mopping on here, but I'm definitely not mopping because we're going to have people in the house on Friday. So I don't want to put mopping down. And I found this pretty, this reminded me of a doodle. I don't know why. So I put it down. And I haven't planned out my menu yet. The only thing I know we're having is hamburger helper. I think Tuesday night, I don't know what we're going to have. We're going to that play on Thursday. So I already know that we're going to have this taco meat and bean and rice thing here. All right, I'm jumping ahead. Okay, so there's Wednesday, you know, my daily doodles, of course. Then we get into Thursday, same checklist, laundry, you know, your little affirmations here. I have another standing meeting. Meetings are life, apparently, in my world. So Thursday is change sheets days, but I'm not, well, I can go ahead and do it. I can still wash my sheets. Because we'll be moving out the bed Thursday too, or Friday morning. And then I have a little note here, clean out the bedroom with, the guy that's doing our floors. He's going to clean out the bulk of it as far as the dresser and the nightstands and, all that. I don't even know if people call them nightstands anymore. I don't know. And then, that's pretty much Thursday. And then we have the nephew's play. We have Mark's play. And we'll have to leave about 6:30 for that. And we're excited about that, seeing him play. I don't have any bills coming out that day. And then this is what we've got for now. And then we move on into Friday. So I've got my floor. Woo, it's Friday. I love the weekends. Here's what's coming out payment-wise. I've got my car payment, my phone payment, my insurance payment, Nordstrom's. All that's due on this Friday, which is, we're going to put this up here. This is payday. And we love some payday in this house. So there's payday. And then, of course, we've got work. I have a meeting. I have a meeting 4 days a week that pretty much start my day. And then lunch. And then the floor will hopefully be done by the evening. And then we can put all our stuff back. Y'all should see the pile of clothes I have that have to go back in the bottom of my closet. This also on Friday will be clean all electronic screens. And I'll probably definitely need to do that after, which I don't think there'll be any dust or anything like that. But so that's what we have to do. And then we get on into the weekend. And Saturday and Sunday, we're coming up to the end of the month. Rest and relax. So I'm not really going to put anything here yet. I don't have anything other than, let me look back over here on this Saturday. I do have a lot of places to look right now because I'm still using my other planner. So once I kind of get the hang of where I want things to be, you know, I'll be able to get rid of that. But on Saturday, we're going to put it, because I don't do all this stuff right here that you see, I don't do it on Saturdays. I get up, I don't get dressed unless we're going somewhere. I may make the bed, I may not. I do wash my face. Well, I do all that stuff, y'all. I just don't write it down. Just don't write it down on Saturdays. But I am, on this Saturday, going to clean all my doorknobs and switches and switch plates. This is lights, not plug-ins. So I'll do that on Saturday. And that is pretty much my week. Now, like I say, a lot of people's like, why do you need a planner for that? You know, why do you want to write all that down? And why do you need to spend the money on the things to do that? Well, because for one thing, I know that this is not just going to be my Monday. I know there's going to be things that happen that I want to remember. I know if there's a quote that I read, I'm going to want to remember. I don't want to stick it on a sticky paper and stick it to my computer and then it falls on the floor and then it goes in the trash. I want to put it down. I want to be able to go back, and I've done this for years and years with these type planners, that I want to go back and look to see what I've written down. And I do this for church too. I have a binder I write down all the church notes, but I enjoy this. And I think this is part of my thing since I don't get out of the house. I really enjoy this. Once I get into the new book, I'm going to be decorating it a little more, because there's some washi and we have the stickers and all that you saw already. So, but I enjoy this. Oh, you know what? We need to do this tomorrow. Car to shop. We need to take hubby B's car to get the oil changed. And see, I'll write this in here. And then when he says to me, when did I get my oil changed? He doesn't have to scroll back through his bank, or he can, but then I'll have it written down too, because I write down everything, y'all. This is just what I do. And yes, we're going to take it before church, but this is what I do. I enjoy it. It kind of gets all the stuff out of my brain that what we need to do, and I don't have to sit down and remember it, or it doesn't keep me up at night trying to remember the things that we need to take care of. I can put it all in one spot. One of the things I will start doing is I wrote it down over here. Oh, that's not it. Oh, my habit tracker. I'm going to put my habit tracker in there in the new one. So there's a lot of ways I'm going to change it up a little bit. The books that I've read, which I do back here, sort of have some things, but I want to add it to the actual planner. Like here's some self-help books that I want to read. vitamins. There's my checklist for 80 Boo when we go on our trip. We were supposed to go this weekend. You can see I'd already started marking them off, but we didn't go. And then here's some ideas for shows and things that I've gotten written down. So I use my planner. I use it a lot for different things, and I enjoy it. You know, if you're like me and you need a brain dump, I encourage this for sure. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Like I said, if you are not a subscriber of the channel, please make sure you subscribe. I would really appreciate that. It would help me out a lot. And then you can join me for all the nonsense that happens right here at Hodgepodge with Angela. So until next time, bye y'all.